there, and welcome to Cooking with Saucy Sean's Fine Eats, where we make real food for real people like you and me. Today, we're not actually going to cook anything. I know, cooking show and no cooking. Not even exactly a review, but kind of. So I've got this barbecue. It's dirty, yes, I admit it. Let me tell you the story. This barbecue we bought after we moved into this house, so it's 13, 14 years old this year. Broil King barbecue. Yes, it was expensive. It's a Broil King Sovereign. But it was worth it. And here's why. After 14 or 15 years, 13 or 14 years, frankly last year I should have done this, it's still functional. It's still solid. The bottom's still solid. Everything is still solid. The chassis of this barbecue is in great shape. Sure, it's dirty. Sure, if you look over here, I got some plastic cracked. Sure, one of the doors, the plastic hinge broke on it. Interestingly enough, I found out this 2 weeks ago, I can replace that part. So when I get time and money, I'm gonna order that part as well. But this barbecue as it is fully functional. The chipped plastic are on both sides here. That came from a hailstorm 10 years ago? No, 8 years ago, something like that. 2014 maybe, that area. So it's great. It's got a side burner, which frankly I've never used. It's one disappointment I have on it, is it just wasn't burnery enough. It's dirty. I need to wash it. Actually, if you'll notice that the paint here, you can see it, is starting to fade off. I could get some high heat trim clad and mask this off, paint that up. I've never covered it much. First year or two I covered it a bit, but I hate barbecue covers. They're always in the way. You barbecue, you have to take it off, put it somewhere, then it's got to wait for it to cool, put it back on. I gave up, but I just stopped, and it still survives. This is a really great barbecue. So what's happening is my grates, these are cast iron grates. Piece came out last year. There's not much left of these guys. This thing down here is called a flavor wave. It distributes the flame a bit and stuff. It's not much left of it. The burners, well, extra holes in it. Seams popping out. Full of rust. Not much left of it. So what I've done is gone out and got some new parts. And we're going to do a rejuvenation of this barbecue. And you're going to see how long it takes. So first thing I would do, I'm just going to show you a couple of new parts here quickly. So this is a new grate for it. We bought this barbecue at Barbecues Galore in Calgary. It's not an ad for them. It's an ad for Broil King. I went looking around for new parts and ended up buying the new parts at Barbecues Galore. They had them in stock, where Broil King, I could only buy 2 grates or 2 burners or something. I need 3. So you can see the difference in these grates. Look at the thickness. Yeah, this is a nice solid grate. This is going to last another 10 plus years. This was garbage last year. You'll see the new flavor grate as it goes in. The new burner. We're just going to pull out these old parts. This top rack here, it's fine. It was stainless steel. It doesn't get as much heat. It's fine. These just got to come out. There's zone separators in here. These actually, they're in bad shape, but I replaced them. There we go. Yeah, I could have saved them actually. Oh well. So basically the new parts to repair this barbecue cost me about $300. Which is a lot less than the new good quality barbecue. Now I didn't buy replacement electrodes. I'm gonna have to do that. I just wasn't sure the exact ones. They weren't sure at the store. So I'm gonna have to come along and do that later. This little guy here, the electrodes actually go up in here, and when you turn on one burner, it kind of spreads the gas. It's called a gas spreader or something like that, so that you can have them all ignite quickly. But you see in the bottom of this barbecue, there's just all sorts of rust and stuff coming out of there. I cleaned this out really good last year, so we're just getting a lot of that extra rust and stuff out of it. But the actual chassis, as I said, is in really good shape. It really has impressed me. So I'm just looking at this now and I'm thinking I really ought to go grab my shop vac and quickly give this a quick shop vac out, because there's a lot of gunk in here. You can see it. All this gunk has to come out. So why don't I do that? That'll be the easiest way to get rid of all this. I'll go grab it, vacuum it out, and we'll come back and we'll just quickly put it back together. And you'll see, this is going to take me 10 minutes. I don't have a new barbecue almost. I mean, it's still dirty. Cleaned it out good last year. That's good enough. You want the flavor. And I still have to do the igniters, but that's going to be a quick 5-minute job when I go to do that. So hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, so we sucked it all out of there. I mean, yeah, I could clean it out more, but it's only been a year since I had a good cleaning, so we're good with that. To be clear, I'm good with that. So put this thing back in here the right way, kind of like, there we go, like that. Oh yeah, there's how it goes. And we're going to grab this guy here, and we're going to stick him in. Those go down, that goes like that. Something tells me there used to be something this thing sat on. Huh. Or, but there's two pieces here. And I only need, no, they're two distinctly different pieces. Okay guys, how did they go together? Oh, there's the little notches there. Where this guy here is bent a little bit, that's okay. I understand that can happen when you're dealing with sheet metal. Well, how did they have that fit together so tightly before? Huh. I may have to go watch the video just to figure that out. Okay. Because that was squeezed in there tight, wasn't it, boys and girls? Oh, no, it wasn't that way. It forms a circle. Okay, well that's interesting. So we're gonna grab a burner. Do you remember how I took this thing apart? Because suddenly, I don't remember. There's a burner. What's that? Oh, look, instructions. There's a little screw thing. So the burner should fit through there. Should fit through there. Well, isn't this interesting? Oh yeah, it's down there. Okay, there we go. Sean's having a bit of trouble here. Oh look, it says up even. They've made this burner a lot heavier duty than they were. I remember putting these in before. They were not nearly this heavy duty. So we got this little thing here, that goes down. That goes in there. Oh, I get it. Okay, I get why this is in two-piece. There we go. That can sit there. That has to sit about there. I get it now. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Remove the old burner. Turn off gas. I should do that first. And that should fit over top. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Back at it. Next new burner. This one will go in easier. I'll keep one set of the instructions. Read them later. You know, the guy way. So that goes down. That's got to go over top of the valve coming out of the valve, and just fits in there. Okay, I know my old burners were falling apart and everything, but man, these new ones are sure heavier duty. So in the past, you know, before buying this monstrosity of a barbecue, we'd probably buy a cheap barbecue every couple of years. And even then, I'd probably still have to put a new burner into it before it totally wore out. So when we bought this one, and it lasted this long, I call that a giant win, folks. I call that a very giant win. And again, I'm not doing an ad for Broil King, but guys, this thing's lasted a long time, and there are times when I've used it very, very heavily. So if you're looking at a barbecue, it's definitely worth the investment. Oh, sorry about that. So how's your winter been? Oh no, I'm sinking. My tripod is sinking. How's your winter been? I spent a chunk of it in Atlanta, Kennesaw, Marietta. Spent a chunk of it at home. Spring is coming. It's been a beautiful couple of days. It's going to snow again, so I'm just kind of taking advantage of doing this while the weather is in decent shape. I figure, why wait until I come back from Georgia again? I'll be going back in a couple of weeks, so let's just do it now. I ordered the parts online from Barbecues Galore. One thing I'll say about them, they had the stuff. Pricing was Broil King pricing. It's all kind of the same no matter where you go. But I did have to call them and check into the status of my order. They did not. They sent me an order acknowledgement as an automated bot type thing. But they didn't actually follow up and tell me my stuff was ready, which disappointed me, have to admit. But when I phoned them, great friendly service. When I went in to pick the stuff up, it was great friendly service. So I will go back. I will. I wish they sold real smokers though. That's one thing you can't find readily here, are real offset smokers. And that's a shame if you're trying to get into that business. Everyone's got the Traeger and the pellet grills and all that stuff, but finding the real stuff, that's hard. So at 1, 2, there's my third one. So these are the flavor waves. So these are kind of what keeps things from flaring up too much. They help distribute out the flame, and they add flavor in a wave. This has been a really good barbecue. It's actually done really well. These are stainless, I think. That's interesting. And then it's the grill. So there's a pointed side to the grill. You see that where the point is? And that gives you steaks, those perfect char marks. The grooved side, self-based chicken and vegetables. It doesn't self-based. Come on. Actually, you know what? I'm 52 years old and I finally figured out how to barbecue chicken well. And that, my friends, is just to cook it up here slowly. Yeah, it took me this long to figure that out. What do you want? I'm an old guy. But it actually has worked really well since I've done that. Not the barbecue, the chicken. You just have to be patient. Always in a hurry when cooking chicken, right? So here we got our barbecue brushes with like coconut husk. They were on sale for $5, so they'll be nice. Oh yeah. Now one thing to bear in mind with these is these are cast iron. They should be seasoned. They come pre-seasoned. They will rust. If you told me that I would have got 14 years out of them, 13, 14 years, I would have laughed at you. But I did. So I guess it's kind of like, who's laughing? Coated with durable matte porcelain. Oh, they're porcelain covered now. I did not know that. That is actually interesting. Let me take a look at this. Yeah, those do look like they got a bit of a cover on it. That's cool. I did not expect that. Now my bet at the moment is that in another 10 years, I'll rebuild this again. And that apparently is the benefit you get of spending a whole bunch of money on a high-end barbecue. This wasn't even the most expensive one. This was kind of a good size, reasonable price. I don't know, I think it was $600 back then. I didn't even look at the price of new ones anymore. They're too much money. There we go. There is my barbecue. I know it took longer because I was a bit confused on a couple of things, but there's the rebuilt barbecue. And probably a total of, even with the vacuuming out, that one less than 20 minutes. Guys, I think that's a great value. You can take your old barbecue, turn it new in a little bit of time, and where's the hole to light this? It's over here. It's really awkward, actually. There's no hole. I gotta get the igniter fixed next. There we go. Brand spanky new. Just like that. Anyways, I hope this was informative. I hope it gives you some ideas and things you can do. You want to take care of your cooking gear. This to me is cooking gear. I don't generally promote name brand stuff. There are a few name brands I've come to like. I've come to like Dawn soap. I just think it cuts grease better than a lot of the cheaper brands. I've really come to appreciate this Broil King Sovereign barbecue. It has stood the test of time, and there's not a lot of things you buy nowadays you can say that. A lot of things we buy now are just cheap. Really, they're cheap. And who wants to replace stuff constantly? I think that this has been a good value. I encourage you to look at it or something like it. Weber, I hear, is good. There's a bunch of good stuff out there. Maybe avoid the cheap Walmart crap. Kind of what I'm suggesting. Anyways, folks, again, have a great day. Saucy Sean says, thumbs up. If you like this video, please hit subscribe and like and everything down below. If you didn't, tell me what you didn't like. I'm going to try and do better. I want you guys to enjoy these videos. Oh, sorry, just looking at my screen. Is my color white balance going up and down again? I hope not. That means it's a problem with my phone, as opposed to being a problem with the lighting in the hotel room. We'll see what happens, won't we, folks? Anyways, have a great day. Talk to you later.